Hi everybody, my name is Jessie and I do somewhat in-depth perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you like perfumes and also if you like ASMR, you are in a great place for today's video. So today I am reviewing, this is an Elizabeth Taylor fragrance, which I've actually never, I don't think I've smelled any of the Elizabeth Taylors before, or at least not bought any. I see them at TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshalls all the time. This one is called Gardenia, and it looked to me a little more vintage. Like, I assumed it had been out for a while. I actually assumed it was older than it was, but just kind of looks vintage with its packaging. And Gardenia is a white floral, which to me can smell a little bit more old school if it's like super prominent. This is just a straight up Gardenia fragrance. To me seemed a little more vintage, so I was kind of interested to try this. I didn't realize what the bottle looked like until I opened the package, and it is this green bottle with a semi-transparent clear white gardenia flower top. So that's kind of fun. So speaking of the colors, I wore green and white today. Got this ribbed green shirt and then this like textured white, what do you call this? Shawl. So I thought that would be good for today. This is a very simple, somewhat, I would say pretty realistic gardenia scent. So to me, it is a bit green, and obviously white floral, and gardenia is very creamy. I feel like this might have, it doesn't have any woody notes listed, but it almost smelled a little woody to me, just like a hint. But anyway, we'll get into all of that soon. Oh, and I also have on my green earrings. So these are fun green and white earrings. So those also match. Alrighty, so I'm on Fragrantica, and let's go ahead and read through the main accords together. Alright, so firstly we have white floral, of course, gardenia, and then we have green, floral, fresh, and lactonic. Lactonic means sort of milky, like lactose, so kind of milky, creamy, and gardenia is, I would say, a very kind of creamy white floral, so that's where that comes from. So yeah, I definitely do, yeah, I haven't even sprayed this yet, but I can smell it, and I do get all of that. It's very white floral, green, fresh, milky, a little musky. I'm gonna spray this. So I've got my little deck of papers, and let's see what we have today. Oh, so this is looks like sunflower and maybe dahlias. So, gonna give this a spray. I will say it's not the best quality atomizer, but this fragrance was super affordable. I think it was $15 at Ross. You can find this cheap online. So, you know, it's not the best quality atomizer, but it's very affordable. So that's okay. But the atomizer is always something that I care about. Like, whenever there's a really nice atomizer, I get excited. Okay, so I'm going to give this a smell. Yeah, so it's very simple. It's just a very creamy gardenia, little green, fresh, musky, but not like super musky, just a little musky, very realistic. And I'm going to read the notes to you. There are some other florals in it, which I didn't even realize, but you mostly get gardenia, but I will read the notes to you. So we have 2 top notes, and they are green leaves, so green notes, and then lily of the valley, which is another white floral, very sort of sharp, very fresh, sharp white floral. So I definitely get the green notes. It just smells like, you know, the gardenia flower and the leaves and stem and everything. I'm not sure if I get the lily of the valley. If I do, it's, you know, just kind of blending in with the gardenia. Okay, and then middle notes. We have 3 middle notes. We've got gardenia, peony, and orchid. So peony is a fresh, somewhat rosy, kind of aquatic floral. Orchid is a little bit more of like a sweet vanilla-y sort of floral. And gardenia, of course, is our main character. So again, I'm just going to say all I really smell is the gardenia. I don't really smell any of the other floral notes prominently. Oh, and then we have one more floral note. So in the base notes, we've got 2 base notes. We've got musk and carnation, and I do get some musk, which is nice. I don't know if I get the gardenia. I'm just gonna say for this fragrance, really all I'm getting is the green leaves, the gardenia, and the musk. I'm not really getting the other flowers so much. So let's show the votes and see what other users are smelling. They are saying that they smell mostly the gardenia, then the green leaves, lily of the valley, musk, peony, orchid, and then carnation. So yeah, needless to say, if you do not like gardenia, you're not gonna like this. Gardenia, I think, can be a little bit polarizing. It's just not a scent that everybody loves. But if you like it, this might be a good bet for you because it's got a lot of gardenia. Got a lot of very fresh, realistic gardenia. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I would say about this. Very pungent, decent longevity. I wore it last night, just like 3 sprays, and it wasn't like a monster projector, but I could definitely smell it on me. But I thought it was nice because if it was too much stronger, I think it would have been too much. So I feel like it was like kind of decent longevity and projection, but nothing monstrous. Definitely spring, summer vibes, and more so daytime vibes. So let's read some other statistics on this fragrance. So this was launched in 2003, which honestly surprised me. I thought this was going to be from the 90s or maybe even 80s because the packaging just kind of looked old-fashioned. But yeah, 2003, and this has a rating on Fragrantica of 3.96 out of 5 with 1,085 votes. So people do like it. Yeah, and let's read some reviews of this fragrance. So, some other stats. People are rating it as kind of like what I said, mid-level longevity and sillage. It's about what I would agree with. gender, people are rating it as much more feminine leaning. I agree. Price value, people are saying it's a good price value because it's pretty cheap. And then, yeah, lastly, let's read some reviews of this fragrance. Somebody says, perfume doesn't have to always be complicated. Sometimes it can just smell like one thing. Do you like gardenias? This is gardenia. Not a milky sweet gardenia. Fresh cut gardenia, very green. That's it. It's cheap. It's bottles. The bottle's fun. Again, very green. If you like gardenias, get this. Enough said. I do think it's a little bit milky and sweet. They said it wasn't milky and sweet. I think it's milky, sweet, and green, because gardenia just kind of is a little milky and sweet. Alright, next one. Somebody says, this perfume is an unknown, underrated gem of fragrance. It is lovely, happy, fresh, and relaxing. This fragrance is so much better than most of the expensive floral fragrances available on the market at a fraction of the price. I love wearing this in the spring and summer, on the spring and summer days. Let's find someone who doesn't like this and see what they have to say. Somebody who feels meh about it says, this is a pretty smell and very cheap. Very floral, as the name suggests. There is something, though, that is slightly off-putting in this one. I would not repurchase, but I do not consider my money wasted neither. I just can't with the something that's off-putting here. I keep going back and forth with this one. There are things I like and dislike. It's kind of how I felt when I wore it yesterday. To me, it was just a little bit too much gardenia. So I'm not going to keep this myself. I'm going to resell it. It's really pretty, but I think for me, it's either the way this gardenia was done is not for me, or perhaps I'm just not somebody who will ever like a straight up gardenia fragrance. I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, it's nice, but for me it's a little bit too much gardenia. Let's see if we can find somebody who dislikes it, because most of these reviews are pretty positive. Somebody who dislikes it said, Elizabeth Taylor Gardenia is a gardenia floral. Longevity and projection are moderate. I have a sample of Chanel Gardenia as well, and I suppose that they are similar to one another. Both have proven that I don't really like gardenia perfume, at least when it's the most prominent note. Yeah, I imagine that might be the case for a lot of people. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the review there. Thank you all so much for stopping by, sharing a little bit of your day with me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, be well, and I will catch you soon.